Hello TribalMakers, this is Michalle Malev and welcome to my channel. In today's Tuesday combo, we're going to learn a beginner's fusion belly dance combination. It's 4 sentences, 32 counts, a fun follow along dance tutorial. Come and play with me, learn some new skills, polish your previous ones. And before we begin, make sure you're warmed up, that you have a glass of water nearby. And I would like to say a quick thank you to all of my viewers and all of my subscribers. Thank you guys. And let's begin with the practice. We begin the first 4 counts by raising our arms up on the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, lowering one arm on the count of 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're framing our hips here while we're shimmying. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's break down our shimmies. We'll begin with the basic dance posture, so feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Bend the knees, relax them, make sure that you have the freedom of movement in your knees. Tilt your pelvis inwards. Don't forget to protect your lower spine. Actively protect your lower spine by engaging your core muscles. Elongate the spine. Make sure that the back of the neck is long. Roll the shoulders backwards, and we're going to cross both of our arms in front of us. We're going to bend and straighten our knees alternatively, and we slowly pick up the pace, and then we're getting into a shimmy. Shimmy is all about practice, so give yourself the time to learn and get comfortable in your shimmy. At some point, this will become a total relaxation while you're dancing. Make sure that you put some tension in your heels. Push the heel downward. It will allow you to incorporate the power of your hips here. So use your heels, use your knees. The whole leg is working here to allow your hip to get into this beautiful shimmy. So we're crossing our arm here, and on 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, same thing to the other side, and we're still shimmying. And from here, don't forget to breathe. Breathing is very important when you're dancing. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 going up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And also don't forget to keep lots of energy in your arms. Don't have floppy drooping fingers. Have strong fingers. Feel that blood flow through the fingernails when you're dancing and when you're working with your arms. And that's it. That was our first phrase. Let's go to the second one. On the next 8 counts, we're going to turn. We're going to do a 4-step turn in place. And while we're doing it, it's a 4-quarter turn. And while we're doing it, we're going to layer our hips on top of it. So let's just break down the foot pattern. We begin with both of our feet flat on the floor. We have the base leg, which is the axis, and we're going to turn around it. And we also have the other foot that is going to draw a quarter of a circle here. We're going to draw a small arch every time with our foot here, with the other one. So we're starting with our base leg. The base leg is going to do quarter turns, and we're going to use our heel while we're doing this quarter turn. So I'm going to start with my feet here. So quarter turn, the other foot is going following it. Quarter turn, follow, quarter turn, follow, quarter turn, and we're back to center. Same thing to the other side. This time we're going to add a little bit more of movement with the other foot. Now this is a little bit more advanced. If you're feeling more comfortable keeping both of your feet on the ground, keep them both flat on the ground. So we're starting with quarter of a turn, and we're raising our heel up and going down. Quarter of a turn, raising our heel up. Quarter of a turn, raising our heel up, and we're back to center. Now we're going to layer our turn with some hip circles. So let's break down the hip circles. We begin with the basic dance posture, so feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Pay attention to your feet. Make sure that the ball of the foot is completely solid on the ground. Also your heels. Pay attention to your arch. Is it crumbling inwards? Is it crumbling outwards? If it's going a little bit inwards, then maybe emphasize the area in the ball of your foot beneath the smaller toe, the smallest toe. Now, if you're feeling that it's crumbling outwards, Try to focus on the part that's beneath your big toe. This way you're balancing your foot. Your foot should be balanced and flat on the floor. Now, if it's completely flat on the floor, by the way, which is another issue, try to elevate the arch of the foot. So pay attention, feel your feet. We don't give them enough attention and they do a lot of work for us on a daily basis. So foot flat on the floor, stabilizing us. Knees freed, we're bending them, we're making sure that we have the freedom of movement in the knees, tilting the pelvis inwards. This way we're passively protecting our lower spine. Actively protect your lower spine and your whole spine by using your core muscles. Elongate the spine, roll the shoulders backwards, and let's open our arms to the side. We begin with a hip slide from one side to the other, just to see where the boundaries of our hip circle will be today. We'll keep on sliding from one side to the other, and this is my maximum for today. From here, I'm going to reach the other maximum that I have today, this spot, while creating an arch in between them. Now, while I'm creating this arch, I highly recommend to exhale when you're taking your hip circles to the front. So take a deep inhale and exhale, pull the belly to spine as you're doing it. So we have. The reason that I'm asking you to exhale when you're taking your belly forward and your hips forward is because this is a way that we can engage our core muscles. I personally had a diastatic recti when I was pregnant, after I was pregnant with my first child, and I will probably have it again now. Genetics, big babies on small body, it happens. So make sure that when you're practicing safely. I know that a lot of time for pregnant women, you're being told in belly dance you can do anything, just maybe make it smaller. If you're feeling comfortable, continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. In general, rule of thumb is okay, but there's so much details going on inside. You need to make sure that the alignment is proper, that you're adjusting the way that you dance to the condition that you're in. These are all important. So if you're pregnant and you decide to pick up belly dancing, or if you're a belly dancer and you're pregnant, congratulations, and you want to continue dancing, make sure to educate yourself and make sure that you're practicing safely. So again, we have breathing out when we're taking the belly forward, and we're breathing out and forward. Now we're going to inhale and we're going to take our hips backwards. Make sure you're not arching your back. So from the side, we're taking our hips backwards in half a hip circle, backwards, half a hip circle, backwards, half a hip circle, and let's go through all our hip circle. So inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. We're doing the full circle here to one side and full circle to the other side. Beautiful. Now we're going to layer it with our turn. So one arm up, the other one is down, and we're going to turn with this hip. We're framing this hip, so this is the hip that's going to lead the turn. So we're going in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing to the other side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And look at me, I actually did 4 quarters. So anyhow, let's do both phrases on both sides. So let's get our shimmy started. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Same thing to the other side. Get your shimmy started. Breathe, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Let's continue. On the third phrase, we're going to do 2 sachet steps, one to the front and one to the back. And we're going to layer it with some hip on the up. So let's start just with a step. I'm going to do it to the side so you can see what I'm doing. A sachet step or chasing step is when one foot is chasing the other. I prefer doing it on releve. You can do it flat on the floor if you prefer to. You can do everything in between, depends on your stylization. If you want it long, tall, beautiful, ballet-ish kind of dance, you can go really up on your releve. If you want it a little bit more relaxed, and I prefer a little bit more relaxed, you can go a little bit downwards here. The back leg is chasing the front leg, so this one is going to be chased. I'm taking it forward, and we have 1, 2, and the other leg is chasing it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we're going to take one step to the front, so we have 1, 2, and 1 to the back, 3, 4. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's do it with the other side, and you can see me doing it from the side, so you can see the footwork completely. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to layer it with hip on the up. So every time my front foot is stepping down, I'm using the momentum from the floor to lift the heel, to lift the heel and the hip up. So when I'm going up, I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and also to the back, by the way. Whatever leg is leading, this is the leg that we're going to lift up. Because when we're going down with the ball of the foot, we can use the momentum to lift the hip up. So let's do it to the front, and from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing to the other side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now while we're doing this step, we're going to take our arms to the side when we're going forward, to the side in a diagonal to the front here. So we have 1, 2, and when we're going backwards, we're going to take our arms to the back. So we have 3, 4. So again, we've finished our turns here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So after we did the 2 sachets, we're going to lean a little bit to the side by opening the leading side leg to the side on the count of 5, 6. So we have 5, 6. On the 7, 8, we're taking the leg back to its place. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and really lean into it. Allow yourself to enjoy this imbalance that is happening in your body. This is a great workout, and we need to take ourselves out of balance to prevent injuries and to prevent falls later on in our lives. So we're starting by going in 5, 6. While I'm going on the 5, 6, I'm doing a shoulder roll to the back. I'm taking my shoulders and I'm rolling them backward. Just one. I'm taking one shoulder and rolling it backward. So it's an isolated movement, very slow, not very slow, but for 2 counts you have enough time to enjoy this rolling of the shoulder and lubricating of the shoulder joint here. So we have 5, 6, and while we're taking our leg back to its place, we're doing an arm wave on 7, 8. And when you're doing your arm wave, and accentuate the elbow, the wrist, and the arm here. And you can either take it down or keep it up. You can choose whichever stylization you want, because in the next sentence, we're going to keep our arm here. So from here again, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now let's do it also to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, when you're doing your shoulder roll, you can either do it isolated, and then you'll have the movement more in the shoulder here, or you can allow the arm to follow, and I allow the arm to follow. I don't want it to be isolated, but this is my stylization. If you prefer it a little bit more structured and controlled, you can keep just the shoulder roll without adding your arms into it. So let's do the phrase on both sides. We'll start with this one, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing to the other side. So we have here, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Let's do the whole 3 sentences already. So we start from the beginning, basic dance posture, get into your shimmy, breathe, make sure that the pelvis is tilted and that there's enough freedom in your knees. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Same thing to the other side. Shimmy on, breathe, and in 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Let's continue. We begin the last phrase with a shoulder push, 2 shoulder pushing with the leading side. So we have 1, 2. Imagine there is a string that is pulling your shoulder forward sharply and relaxing it. Forward and back, forward and back, and isolate it only in your shoulders. I don't want the whole upper torso to rotate with the movement. I want it only in your shoulder. This makes the movement a little sharper and also smaller. So we have 1, 2. Good. On the 3, 4, we're going to lift our chest up and down. So we have up, down. When we're lifting our chest up and down, we're using our back to lift it up and down. And then the whole action happening actually in between our vertebrae here are working very hard to pull us up and down. But what we actually see, the audience actually sees and notice, is what happened in our chest area. So we have up and down. Now, I'm not working with my abdominals, even though it might look as I do. I can, by the way, and this will give it a little bit more oomph, but there is no need to. I think that just by contracting your upper back and relaxing it, it's enough. If you want, you can add your abdominal muscles. I try to avoid doing it while I'm pregnant because I don't need to add extra tension to what's happening here already. So we're starting with this shoulder, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other shoulder is going to do 2 shoulder pushes. So we have 5, 6, and on the 7, 8, we'll shimmy and relax into our shimmy, and we're relaxing to our shimmy while we begin the whole combination to the other side. So let's do the full sentence to both sides. Let's start with this one this time. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, shoulder, shoulder, chest, chest, shoulder, shoulder, shimmy. Same thing to the other side. We're starting with this one. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8, shoulder, shoulder, chest, chest, shoulder, shoulder, shimmy. Yay! And have you noticed that I actually go a little bit downwards when I'm shimmying? That's why I make sure that I have the bend that I need in my heels. And also it allows me to create a bigger movement when I'm doing it. You don't have to, it's your choice of stylization. I like this little bouncy thing that's happening here. Now let's do the full combination from the beginning. Get your shimmy started here. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And sachet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And shoulder, shoulder, chest, chest, shoulder, shoulder, shimmy. And let's start the whole combination again, but this time let's play with the music. Get into your basic dance posture, get your shimmy starting, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And shoulder, chest, shoulder, shimmy. 1, lift your arm up. Let's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And sachet. Shoulder, shoulder, chest, chest, shoulder, shoulder, shimmy, and up. Relax. Don't forget to smile. Sachet. To the side. serious face. And up. Breathe while you're shimmying. The weight will get stuck. Turn. And sashay. Shoulder, chest, smile, and pose. Great job, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If you did, give me a quick thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Join the tribe. I upload new Tuesday combos every Tuesday, so you're more than welcome to check out previous tutorials, mix and match combinations, create your own practices and your own dances with them. And that's it. I'll see you next week. And remember, life is too short. Enjoy it. Bye.